What my worst night's sleep was last night. Well, today's Thursday, so Wednesday night. Had a sore throat that day before. Sore throat went away. Now I'm just head cold, whatever, blowing my nose 1,000 times. Went through a box of, one of these big box of tissues. Big box of tissues and then some. Now I got mini me on standby. And my wife is not sleeping with me for the last few days. She's pregnant. But you know what, Evelyn, why don't you sleep with Emily, our daughter, and her? She got a queen size bed down there. Our old queen size, actually. And, last thing you want to do is have me get you sick if all possible. Let me stay away. Which is why I haven't really been doing too many videos the last couple days. I just feel like crap. But, man, I'm paying attention. Holy crap, is stuff happening. So, we keep hearing about this whistleblower. Works for a prominent DC or DNC or Democratic politician. Well, who? Well, we're not going to say. Well, it's kind of important because Joe Biden is coming up a lot about his son Hunter Biden, the $50,000 a month he's making, which I heard today. No, it's not $50,000. It was $250,000. Haven't really been able to verify that, but that's okay. And Joe Biden himself got paid $900,000 as a consulting fee, also tied to Ukraine. So that's coming out now. So if you're Joe Biden, you've got a red alert going on above your head. We've got to stop this. What can we do? Let's do what we always do as Democrats. We will accuse the other person of doing what we've been doing. So that's what they try to do. And today, 2 associates or clients of Rudy Giuliani, Trump's lawyer, have been detained for campaign finance violations. They've been indicted or charged with, anyways. These are the same 2 guys who were supposed to testify recently? Yeah. Now they can't because you just arrested them? Right. Gotcha. Campaign finance violation. Gotcha. Wait a minute. Wasn't that what they got Manafort for? Right? You can make crap up and just say, oh, that's what that was for. Campaign violation, finance violation. Again, a tit for a tat. It's nonsense to me. What's not nonsense is if you're Sleepy Joe Biden and you got to get that spotlight off of me and put it back on the Trump. What if I told you, this is from WashingtonExaminer.com, that we think we now know who the whistleblower is and who the prominent Democrat was that they were tied to? What if I told you, are you sitting down, be prepared to be shocked or not? Sleepy Joe Biden. Washington Examiner posted today, October the 10th. Joe Biden worked with the whistleblower when he was vice president, officials reveal. The 2020 Democratic candidate with whom the CIA whistleblower had a professional tie to is Joe Biden, according to intelligence officers and former White House officials. Lawyers for the whistleblower said he had worked only in the executive branch. The Washington Examiner has established that he is a career CIA analyst who was detailed to the National Security Council at the White House and has since left. On September 26, the New York Times reported that he was a CIA officer. On October 4th, the newspaper added that he was detailed to the National Security Council at one point. Michael Atkinson, the intelligence community's inspector general, told members of Congress that the whistleblower had a professional tie to a 2020 Democratic candidate. Which one? We don't want to say yet. He had written earlier that while the whistleblower's complaint was credible, he had shown some indication of an arguable political bias in favor of a rival political candidate. That old chestnut. So Trump gets dirt on you, real dirt. You did it. You came out and said it. You're on video at the Council on Foreign Relations bragging. If you don't fire the prosecutor in Ukraine who's looking into my son's business practices with the Burisma gas company, you're not going to get this $1 billion loan. And if you don't believe, you're not the president. You don't believe me, ask Barack. Barack will back me up. And I'll be damned. About 6 hours later, he was fired. This moron is saying this on video. And I'm reading the news, how they try to spin it. And even Joe Biden, how he tried to spin it. When it You know, I'm on Twitter and I see these little political ads popping up out of control. And I keep seeing Sleepy Joe Biden's over and over. And I go in there and I comment. I go right in there and I comment on the advertisement just to expose him. And the thing, this advertisement says something like, oh, they're tied up to this thing with me and my son in Ukraine, which has already been investigated and nothing found. Really? Last time I checked, it hasn't been investigated at all. And you want to know something else that's interesting? I also just found out, actually yesterday, that the investigation that Ukraine's now doing into Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, they actually started back in February of this year. February. That was before Trump even had the conversation with the new president. Matter of fact, I think that was before the new president was even sworn in, from what I read, of Ukraine. This is going from bad to worse for the Democrats. From freaking bad to worse. Breaking on Twitter. Joe Biden worked with CIA whistleblower when he was vice president. Now he's running. The dirt is coming out on him. All of a sudden, we got a whistleblower, Trump's doing bad stuff. Who's the whistleblower? Oh, a guy I worked with, Joe Biden. Guy I worked with, as vice president. Completely biased, politically biased. Unbelievable. Or, should I not say unbelievable? You might be saying, or thinking, no, Joe, very believable. Extremely believable. And I'd have to agree with you. Because that's what the Democrats do. What else do we have? Here's the other one. Here's the other piece. From DavidHarrisJr.com. Breaking. Again, yesterday, October 9th. Ukrainian MP Burisma Holdings paid Joe Biden $900,000 for lobbying activities. Ukrainian MP Andrei Durkak says that Joe Biden was paid nearly $1 million, $900,000, for lobbying activities on behalf of Burisma, the Ukrainian oil and gas company on which Hunter Biden sits on the board. So you've actually been paid, again, in your high position of vice president, you've been paid $900,000 for consulting fees to the gas company, for the gas company Burisma, that your son is collecting again, they say $250,000 a month, whatever, $50,000 a month. He knows nothing about anything. He just sign here and sit down on that seat. You're now a member of the board. Have a nice day. Because of Daddy. And now we see that Daddy, Papa Biden, was getting paid nearly $1 million from basically the same company, Burisma. I don't ask my son. I don't talk to my son about any of his business dealings. I don't know. I don't really talk to him about that stuff. Well, that's you and your son and the guy from Burisma, the CEO, playing golf. All in the same picture. Yeah, but I don't know what that is. Joe Biden, I already said it. I said this days ago. Oh, new poll. Elizabeth Warren is leading Joe Biden now. I said, no, it's not true. She's not leading him. But fake news polls are fake news polls. They're now telling you who the top candidate's going to be now. He's out of the way. He's in big trouble, so he's going away. Elizabeth Warren. You wouldn't know that right now, because no, I'm not stepping down. My campaign's strong. I see his ads on Twitter. Oh, we need by midnight tonight, the Trump campaign has already collected $104 million. We need to collect every ounce and penny we can get from you idiot Democrats. Please click here to support Joe Biden. And I do click there, and I go to the comment section. Sorry I don't have any more money. I've given it all to Trump 2020. And even if I did, you wouldn't get any of it. Piss off. Have a nice day. Comments like that. From the Gateway Pundit, he also publicized sums that were transferred to Burisma Group representatives, in particular Hunter Biden, a son of the former U.S. Vice President. According to the documents, Burisma paid no less than $16.5 million to former Polish president, who became an independent director at Burisma Holdings in 2014. Alexander Kwasniewski, chairman of the Burisma Board of Independent Directors. Alan Apter, Burisma Independent Director. Devin Archer and Hunter Biden, who joined the Burisma Board in 2014, he said. using political and economic levelers of influencing Ukrainian authorities and manipulating the issue of providing financial aid to Ukraine, Joe Biden actively assisted closing criminal cases into the activity of former Ukrainian Ecology Minister Mykola Zlochevsky, who is the founder and owner of Burisma Group, he said. Again, this is a massive pay-to-play scandal, just like Clinton did. You know who the largest donor to the Clinton Foundation is since its inception? Which state in the or country, if you will, across the planet is the biggest donor, has been anyways, to Hillary Clinton's foundation? Take a guess, as you probably have figured out. Ukraine. Yep, Ukraine. The average person, I heard, salary in US dollars is about $1,700, I think, a year. I thought that's what I read today. You can check that, double check me. $1,700 per year. Hunter Biden is making $50,000 a month. Again, maybe it's $250,000. I'm not sure which source is right. Joe Biden's paid nearly $1 million. The former Polish president somehow gets $16.5 million. What does a Polish president have to do with Ukrainian gas company? You can basically see there's some massive criminal activity in Ukraine. You remember that old video of, what was the name? Porkoshev, whatever something, the former head of Ukraine. He was eating his tie. You remember that? He was eating his tie. He was on the phone with somebody. He was chewing on his tie. Something was really at him. Makes you wonder. Was he on the phone with old sleepy Joe Biden? Joe Biden telling him, you got 6 hours to fire the prosecutor who's investigating my son's board membership and all that over at Burisma in the company itself for corruption. You got hours, or we're going to stop $1 billion in loan guarantees the United States have given your country. Was that the time that son of a gun was chewing on his tie? Like, what? Who's he talking to in the line? This guy's like seriously under some stress. Could you imagine if that's the time frame that happened? Anyways, another day, another incredible debunking of the left, the Democrats, and I'm hearing QAnon and whatnot. The 18th-ish, like October, Red October, it's coming. Be prepared, patriots. The deep state's going to be in big trouble. Take care.